Alright, Scotty G breakdown. Since I've been watching him, his earliest videos was him stuck between the East Coast, West Coast, Biggie Smalls and Tupac thing with an American accent and some dreadlocks. The next thing, he started to call people out during the lockdown for charity boxing matches, even though everyone was locked down. He used to call out Darren G all the time. Darren G didn't know who Scotty G was, so when he called out Darren G, because Darren G didn't know that, Scotty G existed, Scotty G will make a video saying that he hasn't answered me, so he must have bottled it. He said he'll fight anybody at the time for charity during the summertime. I wrote in the comments, apparently Aaron Lambo called you out in the comments, so it must have been true. So he made a video saying Aaron Lambo's called me out because I wrote in the comments Aaron Lambo called you out. Then later on he's like, well, he hasn't got back to me either, so he must have bottled it. He used to say he had Marvin Herbert on speed dial, and he used to give his opinion on Darren G and Marvin Herbert and how he's going to back up Marvin Herbert because Darren G spoke about Marvin's family. He bought some MMA gloves. He gave us some boxing lessons. I think that's been clipped a few times, like he bought somebody in for a podcast, this fat slob from God knows where, and he said that he was an enforcer. He's like, I'm an enforcer. I don't think he could even enforce a flame to come out of a lighter to light whatever he had between his lips. Somebody found that he'd been done for driving with a compound inside his body. He'd done a few videos about that, saying how he was innocent because it was a compound of the chemical, not actually the chemical, but it was the chemical. Apparently he parked, it wasn't dangerous driving, he just hit the curb apparently, and a neighbour called the police, so he lost his licence. He was doing lives from the toilet with a suit on. He had quite a few girlfriends that we never saw, from Zambia or something like that. He gave us a few rundowns of his life when he was a bare knuckle boxer and his granddad was a bare knuckle boxer. They told us about his life on the streets, how he's been shot, how he's been stabbed, walked through a park where he said he hasn't walked through in years since he got shot. Proper G, proper gangster. And then he turned his life around and started to try and give people tips on how to play golf. He said that he was turning professional, but he decided not to because I can't remember why. But he reckons he was a pro golfer, and he's trying to give people golfing tips. They don't go down too well. In fact, his channel's slowly sort of drizzled off there. He came back, he went away, came back, and then he had a go at Decca, and then Decca called him out. And then he said sorry, he made a sorry video, and he went back to his golfing lessons. He called me out. Nice one, Jimmy Tolkins. I'll show you that later on. And then he disappeared again after Decca put it on him for God knows how long. And then he came back, I think it was Jimmy Newman. And then he started to try and get on Simon's Street Beefs, and there was some videos of him training. I'm pretty sure the videos were running were in slow motion because he had this big bomber jacket on. And he was running like towards the end of the road. I mean, the sort of run that you would do if you was trying to catch a bus because you're late for work, but then you sort of secretly wanted to be late for work, so you wanted to make it look like you was in a hurry to catch the bus, but the bus came early. I don't know, something like that. There's a few videos of him in the park running, doing some slow motion shadow boxing, and then guess what? He didn't turn up for the fight. It was on Simon Kirk's fight card. And then I think he went back into his golfing mode down the professional golf, down the was it not the pitching putt, and the mini crazy golf, that was it. Crazy golf with Jimmy Newman. I think he wanted to take it easy on Jimmy Newman because he was such a professional and didn't want to you know, whip his ass at the pitch and putt on the par fours. So he took him to crazy golf, absolutely killed it. Well, I think he let Jimmy Newman win because he was paying him money. And now he's just been swooped off the streets and somehow he's ended up in Paddy's shed. My opinion on the geezer, 100% character. I wouldn't take him seriously. I wouldn't lend him any money. I wouldn't even. I wouldn't. He's there to be laughed at. So you know, give him a sub. If he wants to get monetized, let YouTube pay him, and just let him just be Scotty G and just watch him. And if he wants to put PayPal links out and people want to send it to him to watch him get off his nut, then do whatever you want to do. We're all consenting adults here. Smell you laters, baked potatoes. Yeah, I'll put that.
Jimmy Toggins, how's that? You stupid think you're a big man, eh? Think you're a big man?